It's the middle of the night. The shrill sound of the smoke detector suddenly goes off. You awake, startled, confused, alarmed, panicked. Do you know what to do? Where to go? How to get your family out? Are you prepared for an emergency? Each year, more than 4,000 people die and another 25,000 are injured in fires. Property damage due to fires is estimated at $8.6 billion annually. To protect yourself and your family, you need to understand just how a fire spreads. It spreads a lot faster than you would think. In 2 minutes, a fire can become life-threatening. And in 5 minutes, a residence can be engulfed in flames. A fire in your home isn't bright. It's actually pitch black. Initially, the fire's flames are bright, but the fire quickly produces black smoke that rapidly envelops everything in complete darkness. If you wake up to a fire, you may be blinded, disoriented, and unable to find your way around your own home. To be prepared, practice getting down on your hands and knees and feeling your way out of the house in the dark or with your eyes closed. The heat and smoke produced by fire are more dangerous to you than the flames. Room temperatures in a fire can be 100 degrees at floor level and rise to 600 degrees at eye level. The extremely hot air can sear your lungs, while poisonous gases produced by the fire can disorient you and make you drowsy and lead to unconsciousness. Asphyxiation is the leading cause of fire deaths. That's why, if confronted with a fire in your home, there's no time to gather valuables or make phone calls. There's just enough time to get you and your family to safety. And once you're out of the house, stay out. Running back in to retrieve something or someone poses a bigger threat, as the fire will have spread further and the smoke thicker. Leave this to the professional firefighters who are trained and equipped to handle this. Now, let's talk about how to better prepare your home and your family. In the case of a fire, remember that every second counts, and you and your family must be prepared. First and foremost, install working smoke detectors. You will need to place smoke alarms on every level of your home. Outside bedrooms, at the top of the stairs, and near, but not in, the kitchen. Test and clean smoke detectors every month, and replace the batteries once a year. It's also recommended to replace the actual smoke detector every 10 years. It's a good idea to draw a floor plan of your home with an escape route marked. Put a copy of the drawing in your children's rooms and make sure that they understand the drawings. Try to find 2 ways to get out of each room. If the primary way is blocked by fire or smoke, you will need a second way out, such as a window, and a collapsed ladder is a good way to escape from an upper story windows. Make sure that windows are not stuck, screens can be taken out quickly, and that security bars can be properly opened. Make sure everyone in the family understands how to get out using both escape routes and practice these plans often. If you need assisted devices to move, like a walker or a wheelchair, make sure you sleep on the first floor, are able to get out through the doorways or windows, and have clear pathways to the exits. When escaping from a fire, teach family members to stay low to the floor, and before opening a door, feel the doorknob and door. If either is hot, or if there's smoke blocking the door, leave the door closed and use the second way out. If you open a door, open it slowly, Be ready to shut it quickly if heavy smoke or fire is present. Once outside, have a designated meeting place, like a neighbor's tree or by a streetlight, so everyone in your home can be accounted for. If you can't get out, close the door and cover any vents and cracks around the door with cloth or tape to keep the smoke out. Then call 911. Tell the emergency operator where you are and signal for help at the window with a light-colored cloth or a flashlight. If you can't get to someone needing assistance, leave the home and call 911 and tell the emergency operator where that person is located. If your clothes catch fire, remember to stop, drop, and roll. Stop immediately, drop to the ground covering your face with your hands, and roll until the fire is out. If you or someone else cannot stop, drop, and roll, then smother the flames with a blanket or a towel. If pets are trapped inside your home, tell firefighters right away. Do not go back inside for your pets. Many times, pets will find their own ways out of the home. The goal is to get you and your family out quickly and safe. Now, I already talked about flood and flash flood watches and warnings, but what's the difference between a flood and a flash flood? It's actually a time element. Flash floods develop rapidly and usually occur within 6 hours following the end of an event and rarely last more than 12 hours. Floods, however, take longer to develop, usually occurring 6 hours after an event, and floods can last longer than 24 hours, even extending for several days before receding. Now, what do you do when faced with a flood or flash flood event? Stay tuned to weather reports, and if flooding is indicated, be prepared to evacuate. If you have time, and only if you have time, move essential items to upper floors, turn off main switches and valves, and disconnect any electrical appliances. But do not touch any electrical equipment if you are wet or standing in water. Be aware of streams and drainage areas around your home, as they will be quick to overflow in a flash flood. If you need to evacuate, here are some things you should know about rising water. 6 inches of moving water can knock you down. Do not walk through any moving water. Also, do not try and drive through a flooded area. Your vehicle can be swept away. 6 inches of water will reach the bottom of most cars. It's easy to lose control and have a vehicle stall out. A foot of water, just 12 inches, is able to float most vehicles, and 2 feet of rushing water can carry away cars, SUVs, and pickup trucks. Always avoid flooded areas and any moving water. With the interstate and railroads running through the heart of West Allis and West Milwaukee, and with the numerous businesses operating within the neighborhoods, an incident involving hazardous materials being leaked, spilled, or dispersed is not out of the realm of possibility. An accident where chemicals are released could be disastrous to the people and property of many of the neighborhoods abutting these thoroughfares and establishments. According to Ready Wisconsin and FEMA, the following are steps that you and your family will need to take to stay safe if you are affected by a hazmat incident. If you are asked to evacuate, do so immediately. Stay tuned to a radio for more information on evacuation routes and shelters. Stick to the routes you are instructed to use. Veering from them could put you and your family in serious danger. If you are caught outside when an incident occurs, get at least half a mile or 10 city blocks away from the affected area. Do not walk into or touch any spilled liquids, and cover your nose and mouth until you have left the area. If caught in your vehicle, it's best to stop, get out, and seek shelter. If you stay in your vehicle, close the windows and vents and shut off your air conditioner. If you are requested to stay in your home by authorities, get your children and pets inside quickly. Close and lock exterior doors and windows. Close vents and fireplace dampers. Turn off air conditioners and ventilation systems, sealing up your home the best way you can. Use towels and tape around your windows and under doors to seal off cracks from outside air. You may be inviting criminals into your home and not even know it. They come in attached emails and seemingly harmless internet sites. Once in, they release a virus that can corrupt your computer files or steal your identity, personal information, and can even put your children at risk. These criminals operate in a sealed container of computer codes, waiting for someone to open the seal and release them. Once free, they flow through your hard drive, folders, and files, siphoning off any personal information you have there. The results are disastrous and can take months or years to fix. How can you protect yourself and your family from a cybercrime? According to Ready Wisconsin and FEMA, there are ways to prevent a computer incident. Install antivirus software and keep it updated. Install a firewall that controls information between your computer and the internet. The firewall can block unauthorized material from connecting with your computer. Use strong passwords that consist of at least 8 characters containing upper and lowercase letters, numbers, and punctuation symbols. Do not run or open unfamiliar programs or emails, and do not open anything from an unsolicited source. Most of this is spam, pop-ups, or someone phishing to get a reply, so they can steal your personal information. Be wary of free software, as it may contain hidden virus or access code. And file sharing. It connects your computer with numerous others whose level of security could be questionable. Back up your files on separate external devices. For your children's safety and security, keep the computer in a central open location and monitor their online activity. Set rules and guidelines for computer use. Teach them how to use the internet properly, as it can provide a wealth of valuable information, but can also hide predators trolling the internet for an innocent child to victimize. Make sure that they never give out personal information to anyone on the computer. If you suspect something or someone is inappropriately contacting your children, call law enforcement immediately. What do you do if you fall victim to a cybercrime? If your computer has been hacked or infected with the virus, immediately unplug the internet connection from your computer. Scan your entire computer with a fully updated antivirus software. If you detect deceptive spam or email phishing, forward it to spam@uce.gov. Be sure to include the full header of the email, as this will help track down the sender. In the case of internet fraud from online shopping or an auction, report it to the Federal Trade Commission right away at www.ftc.gov. Besides your computer being at risk of cyber threats, so are your laptop, tablet, and cell phone. And these devices can be more easily stolen or misplaced. Have strong passwords, antivirus protection, and backing up your personal information is recommended. Therefore, as technology expands and your computing and contacts become more mobile, so does your personal information, and so do cyber criminals. Are you prepared?